So I'm on top of the truck at the Dollar General Joe Gibbs Racing Garage, and I'm joined by Brian Vickers, and we're at Daytona 500. So let's kick it off. You're with a new team for the year. You're making a bit of a comeback in Nationwide this year. How's it going? How's the start of the year going?
It's going great. No, I've loved it. It's great to be back, full-time in NASCAR. Last year was one of the best years of my career. I mean, I loved it. I had an opportunity to race with a great team and lead a lot of laps and come close to winning the Cup Series here in NASCAR. But then I also spent most of the year in Europe racing sports cars and the 24 Hours of Le Mans and all across Europe. So it was an incredible year for me. But here we are again, and racing for another Nationwide Championship.
And you've got to adapt to the new team. How important is that to get that crew chemistry right from the beginning?
It's very important. I mean, but it comes. If you get the right team, you get the right group of guys. We've all been in the sport long enough. Everyone communicates a little bit differently, but Daytona's a good opener for it because handling is not as much of an issue here. So you kind of roll into the season, and then you really start have to communicate in Phoenix.
It's the biggest race on the calendar. How special is it for a driver to race here?
It's always great. I mean, when you come through the tunnel here at Daytona, it just has a special feeling. And the history here, running laps here, racing here, it's been great. I've been racing here for a long time now, and I still love it.
So you've been out there this morning. How's the car feeling?
The car feels great. It's driving really good. Ellie and I drafted a lot today, and I think our cars work really well together, and we work well together.
And have you got your eye on just being at the front and essentially the championship at the end of the year?
Yeah, obviously we'd love to start with a win here, but we've got a big picture in mind. So we got to race smart, try to be there at the end. If we can win, great, but the championship's where our goal is.
Now, I'm from England. We left temperatures of about 3 degrees. It's pretty hot here. The track's heating up. How hot does it get inside the car?
It gets really hot inside the car. Obviously, the ambient temperature will have a factor on that, but here this weekend it won't be too hot. It can get 160 plus. Heat is the biggest thing that we fight in our cars. I tend to sweat a lot, so I can lose quite a bit of weight. Anywhere from, say, 5 pounds or so average during a race. I've lost 15 before. That was a brutal day. But that was, like, worst of all worlds. It was 105 degrees Fahrenheit. It was the air coming to my helmet broke. The water system broke. And there was no cautions during the race at Dover, so it was a brutal day. But in general, heat is the biggest factor we face.
Perfect. I think I've got to get myself in a car, lose some pounds. Thank you so much, Brian. We're going to be here at the Daytona 500 all weekend, so if you've got any comments or any questions you want us to ask the drivers, just comment in the comment section below. And of course, subscribe to Pole Position.